These guys.
Just smile real pretty now.
I was born and raised in Buffalo, and my dad worked for the Batavia Company, who paved all these roads out here through the country. And he stopped at Cattaraugus at the diner, met my mother, and we're married there in Cattaraugus. I was raised in Celeron.
Okay.
Even though I went to high school in Buffalo, but I was raised in Celeron. And a bunch of us guys just got together and we thought we'd come over here and see what's going on. And, Jerry Scott was a mechanic for me. Bill Johnson, who had electric motor service, and was a mechanic for me. And a fellow by the name of James Sewell, who lives in Frewsburg. They're still around. The track itself was fast and dirty. And I remember being out on the track racing, and there was a fellow by the name of Carl Pentagro. You've heard of him. Number 8 ball Buick. And he ran up the trunk, my trunk lid, over my helmet, down the hood, and kept right on going. And then one day I qualified my car to race, and I don't know what happened, the fuel pump or something went, and I couldn't enter it. So Elliot Ellis, who worked the tower, he was a timer. He was a fellow that started the racetrack, actually. He let me his car. Well, I was in second place, and all of a sudden I see a cloud of dust in front of me, and I ran into the back of the first place car because he'd spun out.
What's your car number, Bob?
65.
Why that?
I went to grade school in Buffalo at 65. It was a grade school. And believe it or not, I've used that number all the way through my racing career. My Porsche in the garage has got 65 on it. Just all kinds of guys.
There was Sammy, Finale, Caprino.
Oh, the Finale boys. I grew up with them in Celeron, you know. Yeah.
Tell me, did they have the reputation as in the early days of being pugilists, being willing to fight frequently? I mean, that they had later on?
If we went downtown and went into the Friendly Grill and the Finale boys were there, we turned around and walked out because there was going to be a fight. They were in there to fight. A Model A with a Ford V8 in it.
Yeah.
That was the most popular.
Yeah.
And there was a car, I don't know if you remember how Ford was. The axles were like this in the front and the axles like that in the rear. And he was going down the straightaway, and that dropped down and the car catapulted forward because it was locked into the dirt. And it just flipped right over. I raced 47, 48, and 49. In 49, I raced halfway through the season, sold my car, bought a wedding ring, and got married in 1950. When I quit Pennyroyal, I joined a bunch of guys that were hot rodders, like Chuck Sinatra, Freddie Knapp, Pat McCullough, and a bunch of guys. And we had the Asheville Speed Shop right across from Millie's Restaurant. It was a brick building there. And we had the Asheville Speed Shop, and we built this Ford, and Freddie Knapp was our driver. And we raced at Dickey Bend in Pennsylvania, Shippenville, Pennsylvania, Dunkirk Fairgrounds, Hamburg Fairgrounds, and just a circuit of dirt track racing.